So Chapman,
yes,
onto the film. So you not only obviously acted in the film as well, but also served as producer. We briefly talked about that. How did you get involved in that role, particularly as producer with this project?
Accidentally, and 5 years ago, one night, I invite some directors to my house, and we have a dinner. Okay. Red wine, good food, and I said something. I said, in the future, small directors, they don't have future. Only big directors survive. The China market is open. Yeah, very welcome. Please come in. And all big directors rush in, but not small director. Small director, new directors, they won't have any chances. So I have a plan to unite the new directors, small directors together, such as like a kind of a union. Okay, let's have a movie making company, and I'll be the producer, and the directors will be the directors, but a team. For example, when A director is directing a movie, so B and C can help, just like this. Okay. A team, but not. You can say they have a director for the movie, but not a director film. Okay. Yeah, it's a difference, a little bit difference. Mm-hmm. And then we have fun and get drunk and the next morning I began to receive call. Okay. Oh, Chapman, about the planning, you said yesterday night. I have. I'm not that interested now. Mm-hmm. And then another call, and then another call. Mm-hmm. One by one, they just left. Only me and Pang stay. Okay. Okay. And they are doing well nowadays, without names. And me and Pang stay, and we open. We set up a company. It's called Not Brothers. Yes. Because we found not everyone is your brother. So this is the reason this company has this name like this, and we make our first movie, Isabella. Yes. And the second movie is Trivial Matters. Yes. Yes. And, the third movie we are not making together because.
Which one is this?
It's called X.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's directed by a young lady. She's called Haywood Mack. Only 25 years old. New up and coming director. Because I want to make the budget even much smaller. Because the market, the Hong Kong film market, is declining very fast. Okay. For example, last year 6 million will be the very good budget, but not after 6 months. It's too expensive. After 6 months, it's even too expensive. So I have to make the budget much more smaller. Due to Mr. Pang's salary is not declining as a Hong Kong movie, and it's worth, but I cannot pay him. I don't have that kind of money, so I have to change the director.
Okay, yeah. I mean, to just kind of clarify the Pang Ho-cheung, the director of Trivial Matters and Isabella, and particularly focus on Isabella just for a moment. I mean, to me that's such a wonderful film. It's
Thank you.
Very, very local. It's such a beautifully shot and performed film, wonderful film. I just wondered whether, you talked about this idea of the collective with Pang Ho-cheung. Was it an intention to make kind of Hong Kong films for a local audience? Did you have any eye on an international kind of audience? In other words, when you make a film like Isabella, Trivial Matters, is it principally for a Hong Kong audience, or is there any discussion that maybe this will find some exposure?
I know what you mean. I don't have that kind of vision.
Okay.
I think my thinking is quite simple.
Okay.
Hong Kong is the base.
Okay.
For example, Udine Film Festival is called Udine Far East Film Festival, which means they love Far East movie. Somehow, some places, some people, they will like Hong Kong movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, the most important thing is make some strong Hong Kong movie instead of always thinking of how can I please everyone on earth. And so that's why I make the movie much more local. That's why I'm not a big fan of China movie. China movie is good, but it's not Hong Kong movie. If you are discussing about Hong Kong movie, it's quite of mixed.
Okay.
Mixed.
Yeah.
Mixed, but not mess up. But it's not a pure Hong Kong movie.
Because one thing we have in the Film Coventry East Asian Film Society, we have some students who are from mainland China.
Yes.
And they watched La Comedie Humaine yesterday.
Okay.
And it really struck them how it really is a very local film. They didn't understand some of the humour, and I think it quite surprised them given some of the more Hong Kong films that have played at the festival so far, which have got that eye on the mainland market, really clearly, whereas the smaller films, they haven't got that. So, in terms of when you're putting a project together, such as La Comedie Humaine, do you just make it and just not have any consideration for the mainland market at all?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. For example, somehow some kind of movie is easy, like Bodyguard and Assassin.
Okay. Yeah.
It's easy. It's easy. Although the 過程點講？即係
story.
唔係嗰個製作嘅過程。
The making of it.
Okay.
It's not the making of it is not easy.
No.
But fulfilling the China market is easy.
Okay.
With big cars,
Yeah.
big set, right?
Yeah.
But when you are making comedy,
Yeah.
I've said it before, comedy is a very straight, you have to have a very straight feelings
Yeah.
from your heart.
Yeah.
Happy is a feeling, right? You cannot laugh before, after you think. You think this one is funny, it's funny. You cannot analyze, is it funny or not? And also, horror picture.
Of course.
If you don't feel frightened, you won't.
Yeah.
If you feel frightened, you will. It's as simple as that. And also, sex movie, sex scene. If you feel horny, it's horny. If you feel you don't feel horny, you better just go to see a doctor.
Yeah.
So, it's that simple.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to fulfill China market. And for example, La Comedie Humaine, I never. La Comedie Humaine, they have scene. I'm nude and with my ass.
It's a very lovely one.
And it's not.
Yes, that's okay.
It's not easy to fulfill China market. China don't have ass.
No.
Chinese don't have ass.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So China movie, they don't have ass.
Yeah.
And for example, my last production, X, not X,
Yeah.
X, cannot go into China because there's a sex scene.
Yeah.
The couple, they have an argument. After that, they make up and they have sex.
Right. Okay.
They live together. Okay. And having sex is very simple, but China movie, they don't have sex. China, no sex.
No.
Yes.
No.
Then how come there's a 14 billion people
Yeah.
without sex?
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
No.
I don't know how to do.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm stupid. Okay.
Yeah. on that kind of staying on the subject of ass, because it's such a lovely subject, is one of the striking things with some of your work with Pang Ho-cheung.
Yes.
I mean, Pang Ho-cheung's films are, Dream Home.
Dream Home,
is
yes.
very brutal
Lovely.
and
Wow.
yeah. I don't think that will find a market in China, will it at all?
No, they don't have ghost.
No.
We don't have
no.
ghost in China.
No.
Yeah, we don't have ghost in China, of course.
No ass, no ghost.
People die
No
and
sex.
they gone.
Yes.
They won't be ghost. Okay, they won't become ghost. Okay, no ghost.
And I'm thinking, I'm just recording your scene in Trivial Matters. With the prostitute and the
Yes.
that lovely scene.